If you want to fill your Skool fast, you clicked on the right video. I'm going to give you the exact method that I use for my Skool communities, like for example, Grow with Evelyn, which is my biggest one. If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Evelyn. I've been building memberships since 2020, built multiple low ticket memberships to multiple seven figures. In general, generated over 9 million online from low ticket offers, and I specialize in subscription advertising. I work with some of the biggest names in the industry, and for example, also run ads for the Skool platform itself. Now, with the proof out of the way, let me show you exactly what I do to fill up my Skool communities. When I say fill up, I mean with two things. I fill up my Skool community with offers so that I fill up my Skool community with members. Now, what does that mean? If you've watched any of my videos or seen any of my content, you know I'm really big on don't sell your community, sell what's inside your community. My philosophy is that you, especially if you're doing this low ticket only, so you don't have this big back end to drive customer lifetime value, what you need to focus on is creating content that is truly helpful on an ongoing basis and package that content as offers that can stand alone on the front end so that they can be very attractive and bring people into your membership. So what you're actually selling is the productized content of your membership, not your membership itself. That makes a huge difference. And if you want to know why, then basically just watch my latest two videos. They go really deep on that. And now the question is, if we need to now build products from all of the content that we're putting into our membership, how do we do that fast? And why do we need to even do it in a specific way? We want to do it in a specific way because we can bring in more members for lower cost, but also because we will create better results for our existing members. When we truly care about how we package the solutions that we offer, how we package the transformation that we offer, it will create better results for people, right? That's just like people only click on a YouTube video that's well packaged and they only are retained if the video creates ongoing value, and only if they have clicked and consumed and have been touched to their core, they will go out and change their behavior and actually do something with the value provided. And that at the end of the day is also part of our responsibility as the community owner. I always say having a community is like having a gym, right? You cannot do the workout for your people, but at least you can stop hiding the training machine in the background by making the content so complex. And this is purely spoken from my own guilt. I have created a lot of overwhelm for my members as well. And I've seen the necessity, especially in membership programs, where you're really reliant on getting people results on an ongoing basis, to really pay attention to this. The core message is you need to create better content in your membership to get more people in and to retain more people. And it's now easier than ever because of AI. I personally use Claude for that, and I want to show you my process for creating the offers inside my Skool community as artifacts that are truly transformative. So the first thing is that people are so overstimulated these days. They have so many opportunities that we are competing with all of the other content opportunities that they have out there. Yes, even if they signed up for our membership, and yes, even if they said that they want the thing, they are just one notification on their phone away of jumping down another rabbit hole, buying someone else's stuff and canceling ours. So the things that we create, they need to be truly exciting for our people, right? So instead of just having a static PDF, an ebook or something like that in your membership, you want to have as much as possible, as increasingly as possible, because your competition is doing that as well. We're all learning really fast here, if you didn't notice. You want to make it as consumable, snackable, exciting, shiny as possible. Yes, you need to sell the people that already joined your thing on doing the work that they're subscribed for. And that is just something that is normal. And again, we can be upset about that, or we can see that our competitors are already doing this and we better up level how we're creating content. So I'm very much in the process of this and refining my things as well. So we don't want to do just your typical PDF or workbook or cheat sheet or checklist or thing anymore that people maybe download if we're lucky, but then never open again. We want to make it snackable, delicious, exciting, shiny, so people actually go out of their way and they to consume the content. This is why interactive artifacts like this are an absolute game changer, because they give people something to watch, right? Like you just saw, and a new opportunity to tackle the problem. One that's hopefully more engaging, more interactive, more exciting than that free YouTube video that is waiting for them, promising them another quick fix. Okay, so we can use these artifacts at all places in our business. I use artifacts like this. This is, for example, for a free resource of mine. So I'm just about to post a short about artifacts, and it leads to this artifact and this video being basically a cheat sheet for them. And from here, it bridges into my membership. So I saw with freebies a lot better results if the freebie is already an interactive artifact like this page that I'm just showing you. Because again, for people, it's something new. It's something that they haven't seen before. It's a new level of quality. It's a new level of digestibility, which is why these freebies stand out and also perfectly bridge into your offers. So I use them as freebies that I then also drop inside of my communities. Take the free resources that you use to get people in and also put them into your communities. I also highly recommend that you create videos like this one, walking people through the things, because just because it's pretty and just because it's helpful, people actually don't want to consume it. People want to watch a video with it like they're used to now on YouTube, and they want that the value needs to be delivered on a silver platter. So that's how you get people to consume. So you want to deliver that freebie on a silver platter with a YouTube video and share that back into your community, because what people in your community do as well is they also want to avoid the scary, daunting, transforming, ripping things open and having to package them together things in your classroom. So people actually want to avoid this work. But if you're using your freebie and your free content and you're sharing it in a community, they're like, oh, this sounds interesting. I check it out. It doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like a chore. But after they have been delivered the content, they might be inspired enough to actually go in and do the work. So really, really important, create amazing freebies, deliver them with videos, and have it bridge into your membership. It allows you to bring in people on the front end, but it especially also helps you to get the people in your communities to do the work, which again is a prerequisite for them paying and staying, because only when they make progress, they make progress. That's it, right? So, and the good thing is that this is highly marketable as an advertisable. I want to show you one of my ads that is performing really well for this. So I have again, artifact cheat sheet with all of my winning ads for my Skool community. And basically what the ad looks like, I just want to quickly show you this. So you only see the ads for this specific membership. So here, for example, this my winning Skool ads into this cheat sheet. It is this nice interactive artifact. And what the ad copy is wait, do you want all of my winning Skool ads? You can comment cheat sheet and get instant access, plus all of my ads and traffic training when joining the free trial of Grow with Evelyn. Ready to actually grow? You know what to choose. Yeah, right? So it's like, hey, comment for this cheat sheet. By the way, you get this and so much more inside of my community. So why not join the community? And it's a really, really great ad because it delivers value to people that are still skeptical. They then check out your thing and might join from there. But it also is really great for directly getting the attention to your membership. So you can use the artifacts at this point, right, on the front end, but also, like I said, inside to get people back to doing the work. That's a way to fill up your Skool community with valuable content in the feed, right, for your members, as well as with new people from the ad. Because remember, the topic of this video is fill up your Skool community. Mini offers. Now, you can also, if these artifacts are about topics that are valuable and desirable enough, just create a funnel for them, sell them separately, or give them for free in your Skool community. And I've just broken this strategy and showed you the exact funnel for this in this video. You have a full video on how this mini offer funnel into your Skool community works. The only thing that I want to say is you really have to pay attention to the thing that you're giving away being super valuable enough. So for example, if I was making my cheat sheet valuable enough to turn it into a freebie, what I would probably need to do, here you can see this is just a cheat sheet, is that I take all of these ads and really make mini trainings on exactly how to create them, etc. And then I would put that into a mini offer. You always want to massively over deliver in those front-end items of your membership, not only because then it has the potential to lower your acquisition cost below zero, because you can advertise what's inside your membership for cheaper than what people are paying immediately. So you're basically more than breaking even in the first month if it's that valuable. But then also because it's living inside your membership, it is that valuable inside your membership. It only gets more valuable because you help people actually implement. So you want to pour a obnoxious amount of effort into these things, even though people just pay this really, really small price, because it's not about what people pay you, but it's about what it can do for your customer acquisition cost. And you can basically afford to infinitely scale your ads if you're paying less than what you're earning the first month. One way to improve your money model, if you want to speak in Alex Ramosi terms, is to just make your offers a lot better. And like it is with Facebook ads, eventually as you scale, it gets more expensive. So for example, with the scale that I need right now to keep growing my monthly recurring revenue from $70,000 a month, I don't have the 1 month payback period anymore. I'm already getting into the second month. So I'm breaking even around the 1.6 months mark, which still is amazing, right? Because of the revenue I've built up. But if I want to keep growing from here and lower the acquisition cost, what do I need? More offers that stack on top of each other, that are more attractive, that allow me to acquire a customer cash flow positive, right? So, and the more attractive, the more love and care and thought you put into the thing, the better the solution, the lower your customer acquisition cost. And this is really an overlooked opportunity. Now, these things, like I said, need to live inside your membership, but you can also go ahead and actually create the content for inside your membership like this. I started to deliver content inside of Grow with Evelyn now from artifacts like this, and my members absolutely love it because it really helps them the way this is visualized as well. You can also then fill up with VIP offers, but that's not necessarily the topic of this video. The topic of this video is just how to fill your membership. The regular content in your membership, you also want to ideally artifactify, so you really have this great visual guide alongside your video. And this is better than you just having plain slides. And the benefit is you can also create it a lot faster. It took me minutes to put this artifact together. Now, how did I do it? There's two starting points. You either have existing content, and if you're that, like, woohoo, you're so far ahead, because you can just dump a lot of the content that you already have and turn that into these gorgeous artifacts that really can be any digital product you can think of, right? So your imagination is the ceiling to it. Or you can also say, you know what, I want to create an artifact specifically for this. I'm recording a brain dump of what should go into this. And there you can use the AI as a scaffolding partner as well. So you can say, for example, hey, Claude, I want to build an artifact that's a cheat sheet for building really powerful artifacts. Ask me questions that will tickle out all of the context you need to build this in according to my vision. And it will ask you a bunch of questions, and some of them will be nonsense, but it will get you to ramble long enough that you can produce enough meaningful context to get to a first version. And then you just iterate it from there. So that is basically the whole process. Is you just dump your recording, your transcript, or a Loom brain dump into it, and then it starts to build from there. I really want to show you how simple this is. I'm going to use any of my last recordings. Okay, so this was just me messing up the intro, but here you can see this is subscription, sales and scaling, monthly roadmap. All you have to do is come here, Claude, please create a visual roadmap artifact from this recording. And it will get to work and it will build you an artifact. So all you have to do is prompt it, and then you can give it feedback. Now you see the first version that it created here. So build multiple entry points. Know your core models, validate first, amplification, the monthly cycle. So it's already looking really good. But just here, for example, there's an error. So what I would just say is, in the first animation, the word subscription gets cut off. Please fix that. And now you can see it will go ahead, analyze the problem, and fix it. Now you see sometimes it's a little bit annoying. See the screenshot. It still there. I need to see the full subscription button. And there you go. Now it looks a lot better. So, and just like this, I will go through the whole artifact and give it feedback on everything. So this is basically how you create it. Now, once you're happy with the content, all that's left to do is skin it, publish it, put it inside your Skool community, and then distribute it on the front end, right? So fill your Skool community with it, push it to the front end to fill your Skool community with your members. Skinning is super simple. All you have to do is share your branding with it. The fastest, quick and dirty method, if you don't have a skill yet, thank you so much for signing up, is to just take a screenshot of it and then pull it into Claude and just upload it here. And like I written here, please reskin this to match my community. Keep the gradient, but use the lime greens and pink as the main colors. Like here, keep the paper background. And as you can see, it's now matching the new community theme. I really like what it did with that. So now I can already go ahead and I can publish it. For that, all I need to do is come here, say publish artifact, copy, and now I can already use this link and I can share it with my community. Now here's something that I don't recommend. I don't recommend that you keep this hosted on Claude. What I recommend is that you actually put it on one drag and drop hoster platform, like for example, Static App. So I use Static App. You can also use Cloudflare pages, GitHub pages, completely free as well. It's a little bit less convenient from the upload, but also works. This way you have it hosted on your own page, and that also makes the next step easier. So the next step is obviously creating the video that goes with your artifact that basically teaches people how to use it. So this is just what I do here in this artifact. It's you using a screen share recording tool like Loom and just walking people through the artifact. Then you can link to your artifact in your Skool community and just have the video that goes with it. So here you can see where I did that. For example, here, I just have start here. And then you can see this is the full training. So then you have it officially published in your Skool community, which is amazing. Some artifacts you might want to give them to use. Some you just might want to use to deliver the training and the new update. Now, once that's done, now you can go into distribution. And for distribution, you have a few different options. The easiest option is always to make just I just dropped this ad. So you can just take a screenshot of what you just dropped, put it in Canva on like a square background. And now we just want to make it a little bit pretty, which should be easy enough to do like so. And then you just write in community offers, right? Match the font. And now I would say new training. And that in itself is already the ad, right? You can play around with making it a little bit more pretty, but you can put it out just like that. Another ad would just be, again, you recording yourself with Loom and saying, hey, I just dropped this inside of my community. It's about this. I walk you through X, Y, Z. Then I also give you this bonus. This is really cool for you if you're X struggling with Y. Click the link below and get instant access now. So this is just directly advertising it, directly leading to the About page. The second option is what I shared with you here in this video, to build out a full funnel and basically have them, like for example here, have it the opportunity to buy it separately, or again, get it for free inside of your community. And then of course, if you're giving this away for free as well, there's the ad that I just showed you before, where it's like, hey, comment below if you want this. And by the way, you get this and so much more in my free community. And of course, you can also distribute it just organically without ads, which is, for example, here an example. I distributed my cheat sheet and it just said, hey, want to see my winning Skool ads? Just comment below and I send it over. And you can see got a lot of comments, a lot of traction. And I will, of course, also use that as the call to action in my content a lot, to just say, hey, comment below and I sent you this artifact over. And then again, because of the way that this artifact is made, it perfectly bridges over into the paid community. Okay, so this is how you can then distribute it. Now it lives inside your Skool, and now it works outside of your Skool to bring more people into your Skool. A few fancy effects before we wrap this up. Like I said, the more consumable, shiny, fun this is, the more likely it is to get people to take action, whether that action is to join your community or that action is to actually implement what they learn. There are a few ideas here for you. You can have them toggle between light and dark mode. You can have confetti launching when they click on something. You can give them a progress bar. You can also have them with, did you see the confetti that come when you do 100%? You can also have an interactive checklist for them so they can follow along. You can also give them cards and animations, which I also did throughout this. There's also counters that you can give them. We have accordions. You can have information in tabs for them, like I also have in this artifact. You can have tooltips and hover over infos. You can have slider inputs. You can have features toggling on and off. You can have pulsing buttons that glow. You can do buttons in all kinds of things. And of course, you can also have shimmer loading skeletons. Like you can do all kinds of fancy effects on them. What I always recommend is to have the call to action in the artifacts if you sell them separately or if you're using them as a freebie. You will, I think, absolutely fall in love with this process, and it will allow you to create so much better content inside your membership as well as freebies so much quicker, and with that fill up your school faster with quality content and with quality people that come from it. If you want my complete artifacts course, then you can get it inside of Grow with Evelyn. There's a 7-day free trial, so you can check it out risk-free. And other than that, I think this video gave you everything that you need to have a starting point. Go ahead, play around with this. It can be an absolute game changer for you. It definitely is for me. Thank you, and I see you in another one.